Good evening, it's Sunday. It is definitely evening. I was hoping to have done this a little sooner, but today got away with me, as days often do. But I have actually been doing some lace making today. So I have progressed a little further on, and you join me back. We're well over halfway now, and things are still looking good, and I'm feeling rather pleased with myself. So, as you know, I made a couple of mistakes. I make many mistakes, let's truly be honest. But I am in a position now where the end is in sight. Now, when it comes to the actual end, I'm not quite sure how best to go about it, because as we all know, I friggin' hate tassels, but the rest of the world does not. So I may do a little like I did with the tiny one, which is boil down to the last few strands of nothing and tie those and have a mini tassel poking out the bottom. But to be brutally honest, it's a big bookmark. It doesn't need a tassel. So we shall see. But we shall find out when we get there. We have plenty of time to sort that out. So, I don't know. It's gonna be a thing. So, I have adjusted the camera up slightly so you can see a little bit more of the whole pillow for now. But it also means the close-ups aren't going to be as close. Everything has a price. Ooh, actually, before I do that, no, that is right. Pretty sure that's right. Yep, that's okay. As you are probably very aware, one of the key problems I have is that some of the little pinholes hide very much in underneath things, and I find it very difficult to tell if I've missed a bit. So, but here we go, we are ready to do a flower. Hopefully we can do one or two, preferably without screwing them up. That'd be super nice, wouldn't it? Warning, Whiny Dog is feeling at her whiniest today. She has been, for the last couple of hours, all she's done is sing at people. And they're in a very tramply mood. And they've got sharp little freaking claws. Is all I can say to that. And I did not appreciate it. One thing that always will surprise me, as I would term myself fat, I do not beat about the bush about these things. As a fat person, why is it that despite all this extra padding, I am still bony in many ways? So when you sit on a hard chair, your butt bones are still very much raw against the chair. Secondly, when dog paws use you, admittedly I think because it's not so much muscly, but yeah, I can tell you even when I was a lot more muscly than I am now, because I was at one point, it's like trying to walk on they act like they're walking on a waterbed, that, you know, nothing ever stays still, that they end up sliding around and poking you really hard with their paws. This, of course, wouldn't be so bad. It didn't hurt so much. Because it really does. And normally, when I lie on my couch, I lie on my left hand side looking out. So I lie with my head to the left side of the couch. Today I decided I'd lie with my head to the right side of the couch just because, well, it was nearest. This proved to be a very bad idea because apparently this side of my leg did not appreciate the dog paws as much as the normal side of my leg does. And seriously, I've been doing lace making all day, my back's been fine, I'm sitting in the exact same position, I've just turned the camera on and my back's already grumbling. For goodness sake. I swear it's... whatever. I know I'm in the same position because, well, I haven't moved the table, so... If you want to come up, come up. Rory, come on. Do something. Don't just stand there like a div. Come on. You're coming up. Come on then. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. There's you trample on everything. There you go. Right. Okay. So, but that does not mean you get your head in the way. So you need to come in. And maybe not that far. Come in. Do the thing, and you go over here. Definitely getting better at these flowers in terms of feeling confident that I've done the right thing. You are not in the right place. So I'm going to lift you up. Put you in the right place. And then take you out. And put you in the middle for a minute. We now need to look and see. You are all there. So what are we doing? You over there. There we go. Out through you. And out through you. Out through you. And out through you. just quickly do something on that thing. You're annoying. You can go away. You can go away. There. That's better. Oh, I've got me yawns again. Seriously, I haven't yawned all day. It must be something semi-psychosomatic with turning the camera on, because seriously, I've been sitting in this chair with the same light, the same pillow, the same pattern, the same dogs, the same clothes, the same. Now the camera's on. Yawny, yawny, yawn. Back starts hurting. I mean, how does it know? What does impress me is how it takes so many bobbins to do. A flower. I'm beginning to really like these flowers, I will say. I do like how they look. Nothing there. There has been nothing there. There is nothing there. Be honest, I'd feel better if some mad axe murderer tried to come through the front door. At least it would feel worth it. Because you do not live with her whininess, it's hard to explain, but it's a pitch that just really digs in your soul. And as a result of digging in your soul, you just want to punch punch on. Because it is just infinitely kind of... And the problem is there's nothing you can do to stop her either. She will whine. Rory, come up if you want to come up. Come on. Trample on everything again. You chose... Because you've knocked everything over. Come on. Come on. I'll tidy it up later. There you go. That reminds me. I bought... Oh, I'm going to smack you. This. Which is... designed for holding, well, not spools as in sewing machine spools, but spools of thread. Generally more for the embroidery thread style stuff, because inevitably there's 50,000 colours of that stuff. And it's a shame it's quite so tinny and... Sounds more like a kind of biscuit tin, but does that come off? Oh, thank God for that. It's sellotaped on, but it's not like glued on. That's a good thing. So I'm just trying to pick the sellotape off, because we all know that that's easier said than done. If you want the sellotape to stay on, it comes off at the drop of a hat. If you want the sellotape to come off, stuff sticks more like Velcro. Now, so, my general plan, let me spread my bobbins apart, is, and I really don't have enough places to put things, to not under a dog, is... Now I have these. These are like many of my others. Oh, they're going to be too tall. Yeah, they're too fucking tall. They're going to be too big. Well, that's just highly irritating. What's the lid? Yeah, the lid's... Yeah, nowhere near. Nowhere near. Oh, that's a shame. It said 7 centimetres. Now, admittedly I didn't measure them, but it said up to 7 centimetres. This lid is really annoying because there's nowhere to put it. The tape measure. How long are these then, if these aren't roundabout? Yeah, okay, these are 8. Of course, 1 centimetre too frigging long. Well, I suppose you can put them in. You're not going to get half as many in, are you? I wanted to keep my spools in here, but these don't fit. Well, that's just booey. Anyway. Oh. And this lid's not exactly quality. It doesn't really fit. You suck, just as well you were cheap then. Right, one disaster. So, you come around it. 1, 2, 3. You come around find it. 1, 2, 3. You and you. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, you've got 2. Done 1 too many again. 1, 2. The middle. See, this is where 3D printing would be cool. Make your own with 3D printing. I really must get into 3D printing, because then I could print my own bobbins. I could make various tools that I'm interested in. I'm sure I have many failings, but I'm pretty sure I could manage that. I might have to get my drawing tablet out. I own a drawing tablet. Now, I know I can't draw at all, but the drawing tablet does have some uses. One, it is a touchscreen, if nothing else. Secondary monitor touchscreen. Secondly, it might allow me to draw on things like this. A picture, or import a picture and then trace it more accurately, because I have seen some very beautiful things for which obviously I am less capable of drawing and doing by myself, and would feel that it would be really quite special to... So, for example, there was one which was irises. Now, I don't really have favourite flowers. I mean, I quite like flowers in the garden. I quite like flowers. But these little daisy things, you know, they're a bit kind of, well, daisy-ish, really. So, let's do the twisty so I don't forget. Right, let's come over and... Really? I thought I'd done something to avoid you. Apparently not. let's have a look. We need to catch up a little bit on this side. So, no, it's not you. It's you first. Yes. I do feel slightly dejected sometimes sitting here by myself, but I am really pleased with this bookmark. What the hell is going on with this bobbin? You have done all manner of weird. My friendly bobbin. What are you doing? Having my thing shout in my ear feels like every 20 seconds. Ads coming! Not helping. Right. Things I'd definitely change for next time is I would make this foot side, well, where the line is on the pattern, not where the pins are. We shall see what it's like when we pull it off. Might work out alright. It just looks a little bit far. Kind of lost at the edge. Where did my tin pin of poking go? Kids. Yes. Of course there are rats running. So, you come in. And you. You don't look like you were twisted, even though I know I twisted you. See, I did twist you. You're just choosing to be annoying. Sometimes they look better once you've done the second half. It kind of sorts it all out a bit. Right, let's do the inside one, because that's the easy one. you. The question is, where do we start? I think it's you. Although that still feels wrong. It's because it is. So, what we need to do. Now, I've got a horrible feeling. Oh, goodness me, why? Where am I? Had to turn that down. Right. Rory's just leapt off, so he'll be back to come up through the pile of stuff that he knocked over earlier. Because I bet he doesn't come up the easy way. Oh, he might have done. He did. Blimey. Bear witness, people, for a Christmas miracle has happened. That was not right somehow. That's better. Still managed to get it wrong every time. Oh, shut up. Oop, I've missed one. Just go on, go away. I'm tired of you doing this. Go away. No, go on. This is hard enough without. You need to go out first. goodness sake. Can you shush, please? This constant leaping around is not fun, okay? I know what's wrong. He's knocked this back. That's better. Can you shush? Now, why am I missing a stick? Another stick. There you go. some of it is the dog, you know. And the fact that he's sitting in an awkward place. can't be right. Because it's not. It is though. No, that's still not right. That's not right. Bollocks. How is that wrong? But it's wrong, so... Why are you not undoing? I need to undo you. Still wrong. What is wrong with me? Just at the wrong distance. Can't see it with my glasses, can't see it without. Right. Undo this. Because you need to mate with you. Alright. These seem all out of sync. Yeah, you see, you're not right. Whether I like it or not, you are not right. So undo you. Fuck's sake, Rory. If you didn't get off every 10 minutes, you'd just stayed there, it'd be a lot easier for all of us. You need to come out because you're not right either. You are not wrong. But you also don't look right. I can't fucking see. The distance of the depth, that sounded like a bobbin. It was a bobbin from somewhere, possibly. Don't know which one you're connected to. You are underneath here. That's where you're from. It is exactly and absolutely, perfectly the wrong distance. Because I can't quite see it clearly The moment I get closer, I can't tilt my head enough to see what's going on. You don't look wrong. But you don't look right either. Let's try the old camera trick. Stop turning it when I'm trying to look at something. I can't quite see what's going on. It doesn't look wrong, but it doesn't look right either. Let's take you out. You have to be here. And you here. You then go there. That has possibility. Now I feel like I've missed one. Oh, come on, Rory, move, please. Come on. Don't be pissy. Come on, move. Just quit your growling. All I did was tap you on the bum because I want to get a bit closer. Yes, I did. You have been grumpy all day. Don't you growl at me, my friend. Was right, I just think I put it in the wrong hole. Tiring. Grumpy farts here. Just stay off then. Is that going side to side? No. You do not come back up here. Go on, out. No. Not after being growled at. Go up the other way. And even then, preferably not. I don't know why you're in such a bad mood, dog. pin didn't go in right, did it? Whew. Time to stick up a bit and remove some pins. 1, 2, 3, 4. You need an extra pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hello, this is bobbin lace making. This is a good way to kiss your sanity goodbye. However, in principle, it is very, very simple. A pair of bobbins may be crossed either left over right or right over left. That is it. That is all you ever do. You just do it in, you know, multiples and with pins and generally do some voodoo. Now I'm about to pull some pins out, so if you wait a few seconds till I've finished putting these securely in some sticks so they don't generally kind of mate and end up in a big pile of confusion, which I will point out is a common thing. They love to do that. And of course, being very thin threads, spotting the mistakes is way harder than it should be. 1, 2, 3, 4. To you. Wrong end. That's why it wasn't coming undone. And right, pile you up with you. And slide you round because I need to get to the end piece. I'm gonna put you in the middle a bit, right, and roll you back a bit. Here is more of what it looks like. So for example, if I zoom in a bit, you can have a look. So here is the top part of my bookmark, and this is purely made by Twisty Dooey Doo, right? However, it is very easy to get it wrong. In essence, for every pin join, let me scroll back up a bit. If you look here, you can just, through some threads, you can see some dots. Any given dot is fed by two diagonally, one left, one right. So you can only work that lower dot once both top dots have been done. Just cross threads, yes. Purely and absolutely crossed. Now, right at the very, very end, when you finish, you arguably can knot them, but it is considered lazy. You are supposed to sew them in and be perfect and wonderful. But the actual making of the thing, now this is a small thing, this is only a bookmark, bear in mind for scale, here's my hand. It is purely crossing of threads, and doing it in the right order and the right manner and the right pairs of bobbins to produce the pretty picture or pattern that you want. Which, as I said, is technically not hard, because it really isn't. I mean, if you can lift something up, you can pretty much do this. However, doing it right is a lot harder than it sounds, because it is very easy to get it wrong somehow. Mainly because these pins are quite fat compared to the thread. And as a result of being quite fat, they hide things. The threads themselves hide a lot of the dots that I'm trying to get at. And so it's easy to skip some. Because, well, you know, it just is. You lose visibility of it, and then you work out later that this doesn't look right, and you have to work backwards to try and find out where you got it wrong. But it is quite fulfilling to do. It can just hold a level of frustration, especially when you've got dogs who want to come up on the couch through the non-existent hole, not through the... Bear in mind, it's a 3-seater couch, and I'm the only one here, so there is, you know, two seats to the left of me. No, can't come up that way. Got to come up through the non-existent hole. And generally be slightly annoying, so he gets on my nerves a little bit while I do this. And he's clearly in a grumpy mood because he's growled at me, and we do not do that in this household. Get told off for that. Pulling the pins out is when you discover that you've made mistakes. This is the primary time to look and go, well, I got that wrong. But by the time you pulled the pins out, chances are you're not in the mood to go back that fast, so it's going to have to stay that way, is usually how it works out. So let's have a look. Let's have a look. Maybe some issues. Yeah, there's a bit of a faux pas there. Clearly that didn't quite go to plan. Oh well. Something else kind of didn't go to plan there. Something else not quite happy there. Sometimes it's more obvious than or not that what went wrong. But not always. I can't always tell you what I did wrong. But I do enjoy pulling pins. I like seeing how it's turning out. Yeah, not quite right there either. Waves. Does it go better if I pull you out and give you a bit of a stroke? Nope. It's supposed to be 4 things coming in and there's only 3, so somehow I screwed that up. It does feel like it, sometimes. I don't disagree with that. There's definitely something weird going on down the side of these flowers, because sometimes there looks to be more of a line than others. I definitely think that it is a form of torture, but you've got to remember it's not a craft for... Well, it was not originally a craft for people to get rich doing. It's not like weaving or knitting or any of that kind of stuff where you can produce something of use, because realistically nothing ever made of lace is useful. It is only decorative. You can make a tablecloth out of it. You can make, like I'm doing on my other project. This is a side project. I'm making a net curtain. But yes. Crochet is one of the few crafts that cannot be done by machine. Lace making can be done by machine simply because twisty, 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 right? I'm not quite sure how they work because in my mind, if you've got a spool of thread, part of the reason bobbins work is because there's nothing attached to the bottom of the bobbin. It's a bit like if you've ever plaited long hair, if you don't put the 3 strands parted, they tend to kind of reverse plait underneath and tie themselves in a knot. If you took, I don't know, bands round a box and started twisting them to make lace, the ones behind you would be doing the reverse. And so in my mind, I don't quite see how a machine does lace making, in the sense that, yes, it can do twisty twisty, but where does it get all, because you've got thousands of threads coming downwards on machines, it's not like you've got, in my case, this is 76 bobbins or something. 34 plus 3, yeah, somewhere around about there. 78 or something. It's you'd be talking thousands. So from that point of view, you can't really have thousands of cones of thread dancing around behind trying to not tangle up. So I don't quite understand how... I really understand how a knitting machine works. I get how sewing machines work. Don't entirely... I even understand how weaving machines work. The automated ones where, basically you just keep an eye on it. But I don't understand how lace making machines work. That strikes me as I'm sure if someone could show me, I'd go, oh yeah, of course it is. But I don't actually know how they work. So, but there are machines, which is why you get commercial net curtains and commercial lace, because they're all done on machines, and it doesn't take you hours. To give you an idea, today, in 2.5 hours, I have made 2 flowers. Not those 2, I've done this one and this one. But, I know you can't really see, but it's the 2 lower ones down here. 2 hours. And I'm not hugely slow. Yes, I've made a couple of mistakes and had to puzzle out what I did and how to fix it. But not that slow. I mean, I'm not horrendously fast. I mean, you can find videos of people who are lightningly fast. But for me, it's not the lace bit that takes time. It's the stabbing of the pins and picking up of the pins that seems to really slow me down. So yeah, there is definitely commercially and machine-made stuff. Won't have as many pickups as mine, that's for sure. There are many types of lace as well. So this is a type called Buck's Point, which comes from Buckinghamshire, England. The most common one to start with when you're learning is one called Torsion, which is Torchon. This is slightly less logical. It's because you've got a fat thread that goes round and up and down to go round the flower. You have to work things out of order, and then you do kind of shenanigans to make that work, which is a little bit fruity. With Torsion, you only ever follow in order. You never do it out of order, which is what makes it great for beginners, because you have your 2 diagonals, admittedly usually a 90 degree angle. This is 60, but you just follow it, and if you've got the 2 pins, you can work it wherever it is. Whereas this, not necessarily. And so it is. There is definitely. There are also many other types. There's one called Honiton, which is generally for more making little motifs, almost like the precursor to logos on a t-shirt, that sort of thing, a tiny little kind of emblem-y thing. Yes, but then you can't see how it looks, and all you see is the big forest of pins. And I like to see how it looks because, well, it cheers me up. Well, it doesn't. Finding all the mistakes doesn't cheer me up because that's really irritating. But yeah, you can leave the pins in. There are times you can't. So this is a roller pillow. It's got a big rolly bit on this top. Let me zoom out again. So this bit rolls round, as you can see by the fact that if I pick this up to make it a little easier, because it is just slightly the wrong size, I can turn it round and it allows me to do this. If I was to be making, I don't know, 2 meters of this, yeah, basically, yeah, it is the slight dopamine hit of it's worth it, to be honest. That is definitely kind of part of it. There is this, because obviously when I started, I'm fairly new to this particular style of lace. In fact, this is the second thing I've ever made in it. And when I say style, if you think of, say, art, and bear in mind, I can't draw stick men, so you forgive me for this. But if you think, right, there is watercolour, there is oil paints, there is pointillism. Each of those produce a picture. All lace makes lace. How they do it can be very different. And this is close but different. It's a bit like, I don't know. Well, it's a bit like British curries versus proper curries, right? It's close, the idea's there, but it's nothing like the same, right? And how it's made is, as I said, because it's done much more out of order, it's much more of a challenge. And I am struggling with that. So seeing the end of it is a worse thing. But obviously, when I made the first one, hang on, let me grab my box of goodies. First one I made was this, which is this tiny, it is a bookmark, apparently. They call it a bookmark, but as you can see, it's about the size of 2 of my fingers. All it had was little circles with tiny holes in the middle and kind of swirly bits down the edge. That was what I made, and I kind of really enjoyed making that. I was quite surprised, because I'm not... For someone who makes lace, I don't like lace. I don't want it on my clothes, don't need it in my house. I will never need a lace tablecloth. Making a net curtain was the only thing I could think of that I'd actually use, because bookmarks, I might use, except I've got a Kindle. And so I don't really use it, which is kind of annoying because, well, what would I do with it? But I really enjoy making it, as I'm finding. So I am quite keen to keep going. Well, but I'm not wrong. If I read a book, it's on my Kindle. I can't be bothered to find a book. Can't be bothered to buy the book. I just download another book, right? Don't need bookmarks in Kindles because it kind of remembers for you. But I do know some book readers who will be very grateful of bookmark presents and things. But I do find myself at a bit of a loss as to what to make with my lace making, because I don't necessarily want to give it all away. Don't actually want to sell it. Because, well, I know it's got mistakes in it, so would feel guilty at charging. But at the same time, I kind of want to. But back to your question about leaving the pins in. I could leave all the pins in and be quite happy about it. But if I was making, say, an edging for something, and I needed meters of it, you can use the roller pillow. It's exactly what it's designed for. But you, of course, have to unpin it so that you can keep working the pattern round and round and round. Otherwise, you can't really go over the top. So, it is a challenge. That's the good word for it. But I do really enjoy doing it. To be honest, in a couple of days, I shall be hopefully near the bottom of this. I'm depending on what time I get up, because I'm on holiday at the moment, there is hope that a couple of days, to be honest, we might get to the bottom of the bookmark. The one thing that is kind of weird is when you take all the pins out and you take it off the thing, is there is this bit of you that just expects it to A, shrivel into a knot. Thank you for the follow. And yes, please do. As I say, if you've got any questions, I am more than happy to share. Explain a bit more of what I'm doing if you want to understand a bit more, because it is kind of difficult to see what's going on. But I think it is one of those weird things, is that I enjoy doing it because not many other people do. So, excuse me. No. You are not coming up here. Go and grump somewhere else. Stupid dog. This dog will be the death of me. That's a good boy. Nah. That's a good boy. You sit there. Jesus. He's mad because his sister's in his spot. Yes, I know she's in your spot. But you need to stop getting up and getting down and getting up and getting down and forcing your way through a gap that is much smaller than your good self. Oh, you need a hug now, do you? Okay. Can't quite see, but look, the corner, there's a dog nose. But yes, thanks for coming. Appreciate everyone who comes. Don't we, Rory? Yes, we do. You've been grumpy today. I will have a snack. And doggies can share. Yes. Does that sound nice? You can have a snack too. Oh, there you go. Let's see. Let's pile this direction. Put you there for a minute. No, Rory. No, go on. No. So, let's see if we can't get to start in another flower. If we're really lucky, we might finish another flower. There, that's a good boy. See, you should really have been part of that one. So I screwed that up somehow. You're coming out the bottom of there. Now you... But how are you... You are round a pin you shouldn't be. This is going to be fun, isn't it? See if I can extract you. Slightly better, but not, because you should have fed into there and you didn't. What we need to do now is some shenanigans. I realise that this is not the best plan because I don't really want to undo. I don't want to undo. I don't. I really, really don't. I don't. I so don't. So I'd have to undo that petal and the bottom part of, and the left side of that petal. See, this is the bit that you need to unpin for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because when you screw it up and your face be going backwards, you need to know it's worth it. Sometimes see, what doesn't make sense is the fact that you aren't twisted. Anyway, you need to go over there. I need to unplug. You. And you. This is the depressing part, and at just after 11 o'clock at night, not really kind of what I wanted to be doing, but we haven't got a lot of choice. Because I have to undo the top two, I do have to undo all of it, so 2, 3, under. 1, 2, 3, under. 1, 2, 3. Actually, we'll leave you for the moment. Let's undo this bit. And 1, 2, 3, under. 1, 2, 3, under. So, cross thing. sense. 1, 2, over, under. 1, 2, 3, undo. No, doesn't quite work out. Undo. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, undo. Not you. Pin. 2, undo. 2, 1, 2, undo. 1, 2. The outside. Pin out. 1, 2, 3, undo. Forgot to twist you. 1, 2, undo. 1, 2, undo. 1, 2, undo. 1, 2, undo. 2, over, under. 1, 2, undo. Nearly there. If it had been much further back, I'd have fudged it proper. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, this is where it's kind of gone wrong somewhere. So, we need to 1, 2, undo, and find the pin, because I can't see it. 1, 2, undo. Now, something with you is wrong. What I can't see quite is how. So let's take you out, because you're definitely what's wrong. What I need to do now is find out how possibly you need to come out, and that might be part of it. 1, 2, 3, undo. Yes, that's why. 1, 2. Right. So you need to come out. No? Not yet. 1, 2, undo. Right. 1, 2. Right. You need to come mate with you. 1, twisted, that's fine. One, two, three. You go in. There. You now come back. One, two. One, two. Right. You Right. Now we're back where we started, but with less mistakes. Hurrah! 2, 3, 4, 5. much backache. It's a cramp in my back, more to the point. Not aided by dog down here, who's in the way. Yes, you. You're loved dearly, but you're in the way. Right, 1, 2, 3. Ow! Oh, that was my finger. Oh, that hurt. Let's see if I can straighten you up a little bit. There you go. Oh, that really hurt. dog's going to want to come back on again in a minute. You settle down, Rory. There is not room for you now. I've moved over. absolutely no chance. Good boy. Why do cramps hurt quite so much? Well, I know why cramps hurt so much. It's because your muscles in spasm and pulling as hard as it can in a way that it doesn't need to do. going to need another row, aren't I? That's going to suck. Yep, that's going to suck a lot. I'm going to have to do another row. Let's get as far as I can. going to say that's not right. And the reason for that is you are all one pin, two. Okay. Pardon? This is going to have to be the last one. whole flowers today, and it took us 4 hours. That's pretty decent going, even though I screwed up and all the rest of it. So, in time-honoured tradition, we need to roll it back a bit more so we can take a photo, because it's looking rather good. She says try not to spot errors in it. There's something bad here. There's some hideousness here. It's a loose thread. Bugger. Oh, I ain't going back that far. Jeez, no. It's hard enough going back a couple of petals. Such a shame. Oh well. Why is it you only ever spot these things once you do a photo? Anyway. Roll this back. But we're doing well. We are definitely doing well. We're getting near the bottom though. Anyway, on that note, thank you for coming today. Thank you for joining me during my epic adventure of Bookmark. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I shall likely be back tomorrow. Maybe not quite this late, but it will depend how tomorrow goes. So thank you for coming and take care. Bye bye.